Welcome to the California Department of Education's Common Core video resources. These resources are designed to help educators and other stakeholders learn more about the implementation of the California Common Core State Standards, also known as the CA-CCSS or Common Core. Curriculum frameworks are important tools for implementing the California Common Core State Standards in the context of California's diverse population. This video provides an overview and guide to use the mathematics framework. The California Common Core State Standards for Mathematics and the Mathematics Framework are two essential components of California's vision for supporting all students to develop mathematical conceptual understandings, procedural skills, and habits of mind, or learning to think like a mathematician. The California Common Core State Standards for Mathematics are what students should know and be able to do, understand, and apply. You can think of them as the lumber, cut and ready to put together. The Mathematics Framework incorporates and supports the standards. It is the framing that supports the implementation of the standards. The framework outlines guidance for implementing instruction based on the math standards and focuses on the ultimate goal of preparing students for college, careers, and civic life. The framework offers guidance to teachers and advises curriculum experts, administrators, and other education leaders on how to support effective standards-based instruction for all students. It provides explanations, examples, and research-based teaching principles and practices that bring the Common Core standards to life. In November 2013, the State Board of Education adopted the Mathematics Framework to support implementation of the California Common Core State Standards for Mathematics. Many teachers and other educators helped develop this framework by serving on focus groups, the Framework Committee, and the Instructional Quality Commission. Additionally, they provided substantial input during public comment and review periods. The Mathematics Framework consists of two types of chapters. First, grade level and course level chapters focus on the standards for specific grade levels or courses. Second, other chapters address cross-cutting topics such as universal access, instructional strategies, and assessment. To begin exploring the Mathematics Framework, start with the Overview of the Standards chapters, which describes the California Common Core State Standards for Mathematics and discusses ideas for implementing the standards for mathematical practice, which are essential for learning and engaging in mathematics. The Overview chapter also describes focus, coherence, and rigor, the three principles on which the standards are based. These principles aim to increase achievement and support students to gain conceptual understandings, procedural skills and fluency, and the ability to apply mathematics to solve real-world problems. This chapter also details fluency expectations and instructional priorities. Subsequent chapters of the Mathematics Framework focus on specific grade levels or courses. These chapters include an overview of critical areas of instruction, grade and course level examples and explanations for the standards for mathematical practice, connections between mathematical content and mathematical practices, example problems to use with students to help explain standards, and teacher-level explanations of new content. Next, kindergarten through grade 8 chapters offer helpful features such as a grade-level emphasis chart to support focused instruction, summaries of essential learning for both the previous grade and the next grade, a short lesson plan that illustrates how to connect mathematical content to mathematical practices, and focus, coherence, and rigor boxes that highlight the role of these principles in mathematics instruction. Also, the chapter on supporting high-quality Common Core mathematics instruction helps administrators and teacher leaders to focus on how they can support student learning. Key topics in this chapter include administrator roles and support, professional learning, including sources, research, and critical content, leadership and professional collaboration, and other programs of support such as extended learning and efforts to involve parents and families. Mathematics instruction and learning are changing in California. Students will do more speaking and listening, reading, and writing about mathematics. Everyone in education can benefit from reading the Universal Access chapter, which provides suggestions and strategies for meeting the instructional needs of all students. This chapter includes sections on planning support for a range of learners using Universal Design for Learning, or UDL, and multi-tiered systems of supports, or MTSS, assessment to identify barriers to learning, strategies to meet the increased language demands of the California Common Core State Standards for Mathematics, and support for students with disabilities, English learners, and advanced learners. Thank you for viewing the Common Core video resource. We invite you to watch for other videos in this series and to stay informed about statewide implementation activities by joining the CDE Common Core listserv. To join, send a blank email message to join-common-core@mlist.cde.ca.gov. For more information on the Mathematics Framework, please visit the California Department of Education Mathematics Curriculum Framework webpage at www.cde.ca.gov/ci/ma/cf.